Okay, I really just want to document this. So I recently posted my new video, the Introvert's Guide to Documenting Your Life, and I don't know if you can see, but right now it's at 400 views. That's so many. That's so many people. Yeah, I'm so happy. It's been 8 months since I made that video, and I can barely comprehend the things that have changed since then. When I hit my first 100,000 views on YouTube, it was a moment I had been waiting for. And when it finally happened, I felt nothing. No excitement, no joy, just emptiness. And that was when I knew something was very wrong. But sometimes we have problems we just don't want to fix. And running away from my problems has always been my go-to solution. The further I was from an issue, the blurrier it became, eventually melting into the background of my life.
The further down you go out, where them dark winds blow, the more you lose your soul. The way to get back home, these streets are quicksand, and this city is on borrowed time.
Now here I am in a place I once called home, trying to figure out my life once again. And it feels like I'm starting from ground zero. Being back here and being back in my hometown has been grounding in some unexpected ways. But maybe this is exactly where I need to be right now, to find time and space to reflect on what I really need to do in life and where I really want to be. And even having time and space to reflect is a luxury that I'm super grateful for.
'Cause I got home, I got home.
Leaving Singapore feels complicated because a part of me knows I'm just escaping again, trying to relieve the pressure of chasing my dreams. And I also know I've lost myself along the way. For a while after hitting that milestone, that 100K milestone, I lost my drive to create. It was like something inside me just shut off. Every time I sat down to edit, write, or brainstorm ideas, I felt this weird void inside me, like I wasn't making art anymore. I was just making content for the sake of content. Which made absolutely no sense, right? Because wasn't the goal to go viral? Wasn't the goal to get as many views on my videos as possible? I had worked so hard for this moment, and yet the second I achieved it, I felt like I was betraying myself. Maybe because as time went on, the numbers started to matter more than the art I was creating. I found myself always checking my analytics, checking my views, checking my likes, checking my comments. And with every new video I post, the pressure grew. What if people didn't care anymore? What if this video doesn't perform well? What if I have peaked at 100,000 views and it's all downhill from here? Should I keep making the same kind of videos because they worked and went viral? Or should I switch it up? But if I did switch it up, then would I have lost the audience that I just gained? Gosh. And that's when I realized I wasn't creating for myself anymore. I was creating for an algorithm, for approval that never actually felt satisfying. And I think that's why it sucked, because the thing that had once brought me so much joy now felt disingenuous. Like I had traded in my passion for a numbers game I never wanted to play. I've been so focused on making it as a filmmaker on YouTube, pouring everything into my craft, that I forgot who I am outside of all of this. My identity is tangled up in views, subscribers, and the pursuit of the next big thing. I question myself all the time. Like, who am I when I'm not struggling? What is my voice beyond the content I create? Do I even have a real story to tell? Those questions haunt me all the time. Being back in the Philippines, I reconnected with some of my cousins. Hearing their stories about juggling 2 jobs while attending school is a crazy concept to me, but instead of making me feel insecure about my own struggles, I was inspired. I was inspired because it put things into perspective for me. I've always been an all or nothing kind of person. I just could never manage multiple things at once, and I had this idea that I had to choose either to chase my dreams or settle for stability. But a beautiful commenter once said to me that you don't have to sacrifice your dreams for stability. Both can exist at the same time. And I think about that a lot. I'm back in Singapore and, surprise, escaping my issues to run to the Philippines didn't solve my issues. Who knew? I've actually been back in Singapore for a while now, and if anything, I feel more lost than ever. I've applied to over 100 jobs and only heard back from 1. I've even considered going back to work at my local convenience store, but backed out from it because I really want to get back to the tech cybersecurity field, which is the diploma I studied for in school. And after failing to land a job, I find myself back where I started over a year ago, which is applying for university once again. I've been trying to secure some scholarships to fund my studies because studying in Singapore is not cheap. So yeah, fingers crossed for that. This has been a tough few months for me, trying to balance YouTube, finding a job, and going to university once again. I'm trying to find a middle ground between all of it, and hopefully I'm going on the right path. And if I'm not, I'm just gonna try and enjoy the ride. And through it all, I'm learning to let go of the grip that numbers have on me. I want to create art because I want to, not because an algorithm demands it. I want to tell stories that matter to me, even if they don't go viral. I want to please no one but my own creative expression. I thought I had to pick one dream and stick to it, but I've realized I don't have to choose, and I'm not giving up on any one of them. I used to think that life was all about constantly struggling to achieve one goal after another, but I'm starting to understand that sometimes it's about stepping back and allowing yourself to rediscover what truly matters. So yeah, I reached 100,000 views, but more importantly, I'm learning how to love creating again. And maybe that's the real milestone worth celebrating. But more importantly, in the morning I had like 45 subscribers, now I have 85. That's so many. That's so many people. Yeah, I'm so happy.